Yeah, we stick to it. Keep sticking to it.
Hello. Hello and happy Monday. Hello. How is everybody today? How is everybody today? Today is the day. We are talking about some stuff like we're talking about goals today. Um Honestly, this is in my opinion, this is like segueing a little bit away from emotional and mental, but it's not because I'm going to go over some categories of goals. I am going to go over some categories. Tima, what's going on, Tima? Hello, hello, happy Monday. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Welcome, everybody. We are talking about goals today. I am excited about today. I am excited about today. You missed me yesterday? I wasn't live yesterday. Oh, missed me yesterday. Oh, at the event. Oh, at the event. Okay. How was everything? I'll be missing y'all. I'll be missing y'all when I don't go live. Y'all, we are talking about goals today. Y'all know it's my style to jump right in. I don't be playing. Mm. That thing is intense. All right, y'all. When it comes to goals, I have broken goals down to 5 categories. And I think in life, these are the main categories that we must focus on in general. These are the main categories that we all have to kind of like be successful in across the board. They're all different. They all require a different version of us, a different focus for us. So we have personal development goals, right? We have financial goals, we have fitness goals, we have relationship goals, and we have family goals. These are all the goals I want to talk about. We are different. We are different in business, which I would put under financial, than we are with our family. We are just different. So we have to be different versions of ourselves when it comes to our goals. We have to not only outline, so a part of this is knowing yourself. We have to know ourselves so much that we know what each day will look like to achieve the goal. Once you set a goal, so let's just say, you know, I want to spend, I don't know, a certain amount of time with my family every week. It's been years I haven't spent any time with my family. You have to know yourself. Don't obligate to something in mornings and you know you're not a morning person. I mean, do things that make sense to you on a daily basis. This is going to be very important to achieving fitness goals, personal goals, business goals. If you know you cannot lead, like some people think they can be the boss. Everybody wants to be the boss. I know how much being the boss is not fun. I don't know why everybody wants to be the boss. I think everybody should be in the position to be the boss once so that they can just get it out their system. And then they can just play the position that is most comfortable for them. That's it. Now, I don't know anything more rewarding than achieving your goals. I mean, we have to outline them though. We can't just live in the wind. We'll never have anything. We have to outline our goals. It's that simple. If family is not important, you don't. Why would you ever? Why would you ever, set family goals if that's not important to you? You have your family is the worst. That's not for you. You don't have to outline a goal for your family. If you don't have children, if that's not a thing for you, you can just skip right over that. Y'all, everybody should be planning financial goals. Every person. Money is needed for every human being on the whole planet. So you have some financial goal has to be in place. We can skip over a lot of stuff. We can't skip over the financial goals. Y'all love to not have financial goals, but everybody want money. How does that happen? How do we get there? How can that be a thing? The smallest financial goal, if executed, puts you in a great position. The smallest of financial goals. Y'all, the name of the game when it comes to goals is the beautiful word of sacrifice. Get in the habit of sacrificing for the things that you want. It's so much better. And the only way to do it is to outline what it is that you're working for. Because I'm gonna tell you this: if there's no goal in place, it is easy to just get rid of your resources, your time, money, everything on a daily basis. It is easy to do that. Because there's nothing to focus on. We cannot live a life where there's zero to focus on. And that's what happens. Only you can put goals in your life, nobody else. There's no teacher saying, "Oh, I need this from you, Johnny," or a parent. It's just, you have to put the goals in place for yourself. And if you are a person that's complacent, this live is not for you. If you are somebody who wants to get things out of life, that's who I'm talking to. If you are complacent, there's nothing to talk about. Because you cool with everything that you have and do every day. You cool with it. You cool with everything. You cool with waking up out of shape every day. You cool with not having, your family, your loved ones. You cool with everything being the way it is. That's not who I'm talking to. I'm talking to the people who want to outline goals so they can have more out of life. What's up, Uncle Jukebox? Where you chatting in from? So here's the thing. We outline the goal. Let's just say we're like, hey, my financial goal is to save $100 this month. Let's just say that's our goal. We then break it down to smaller steps. That's how we do it. I love Caden. How are you? Where are you chatting in from? So then you have to map out what does that look like on a daily basis and make sure it is feasible to you and who you are, the things that you like to do. It has to be broken down to that point. That's the only way to get goals done. So let's say I want to save $100 a month, right? Then I map that out. It's 30 something days in a month. Okay, $3 a day. That's what's necessary from you. When you come home every day, you need to put $3 to the side. That's it. And then you'll get that $100, right? Now you might say, you know what, I want to save $1,000 a month. What's necessary from you is 30 something dollars a month. Then you have to ask yourself, is that feasible for me to do? That's it. And that's how we get done every goal. You want to set the goal, and then you want to come back to where you are today and look at what's the small steps I have to do every day to get to that goal. That's it. We're not going to overcomplicate things. When it comes exactly to fitness goals, you have to outline what it is that you want to do each day to achieve your fitness goals. If you are somebody who does not like the water, why are you signing up for some aqua aerobics? It doesn't make sense. If you know you like to eat certain things or whatever the case, make sure the goals fit you. That's all. That's all. That's all. I think this week I want to talk about more. I'll tell y'all what we'll be talking about tomorrow. But yeah, goals are going to be very important to the outcome of your life. Wherever you are, please like, subscribe, and share the live. Let me see if we are on Facebook. We are not. All right, y'all. If you are not actively planning goals, then your life will be exactly what it is. You have to outline the goal. It's not something that's optional. If you want outcomes, you have to outline your goals. It's that simple. Mm. What's up, events on TikTok? Now, here's the thing. There's going to be a lot of distractions against these goals. I feel like every person that sets forth to do a goal, I feel like there's going to be so many things attacking it to just ensure that this is really something that you really want. There's nobody alive that has set a goal where it has not been attacked, right? Murphy's law, anything that can go wrong will go wrong. This is how it happens to everybody. I don't care who it is. You set a fitness goal, you wake up feeling sick. You set personal goals. Seems like everything is getting in the way of that personal goal. This is what happens. You do it anyway. That's the only way to get goals accomplished. You do it anyway. Here's the thing, y'all. I want to keep going back to this. Once you start doing these necessary steps and doing the work on yourself to get things out of life, it becomes so addictive that this is just what you do. You keep looking for things to keep being a better version of yourself. And that's just the mode I want to get everybody in. I know it's easy. I know it's easy to look at everything else outside of you and focus on that. No, that's not going to get you it. What's going to get you it is focusing on yourself and being honest with yourself. If you don't thrive in certain environments and you don't like certain things, don't give it to yourself. When it comes to food, outline the healthy foods that you like. Why are you putting things on your list to eat and you don't even like those foods? You're setting yourself up for stuff not to stay in place. So the main formula in achieving goals is to outline the outcome that you want and then ask yourself on a daily basis, what are you willing to commit to achieve that goal? That's the formula for success when it comes to goals. And I want to be clear, nothing is impossible. Nothing. After years and years, when you start achieving the things that you want consistently, you will start to realize with the grace of God and your ambition, there is almost nothing you can't achieve. So if we take that same formula financially and we say, I want to save $100 a month, right? And then we outline that takes $3 a day of saving. Now, if you're somebody who's like, well, I can do a lot more than that, I can save $30, like I was saying earlier, a month. You can save $1,000 a month. If you can save $30 a day, that's $1,000 a month, right? After a few months, just without even thinking, you have saved, three, then four, $5,000 that you can put into things that you want to do. Here's another thing too with financial goals, guys. Have a place or have a goal for the money. We're not just making money. Have a goal for your money. That's a part of your financial success or financial goals. You want to have a plan. Like, all right, when I get this amount of money, that'll allow me to maybe make a bigger purchase or something that's going to benefit me and my family, or maybe I can travel here or have a goal for the money. If not, it'll all go. I'm just going to tell you all that secret. If you don't have a plan for your money, it'll all go. There will be nothing there. There will be no experiences. Y'all, I'm starting to realize experiences are so much more valuable than gifts, than tangible gifts. Like if I give a loved one a gift, I don't know if they'll remember it or keep it or what, but I know if I give the loved one an experience, they remember it. They remember it. So whether it's things that you want or experiences, have a goal for your money. When it comes to fitness goals, guys, like I said before, you have to really think about your day in and day out and what you are willing to do. This is hard. This is hard to figure out. It might take some trial and error. You might get to a workout. You might say, you know what, I'm gonna do Pilates. I'm gonna do. You might get there. It might not be for you. Yo, I want to say something about spiritual goals too, because it has been a lot going on. I talk to people all the time, and there has been a lot of issues with church today. Don't give up on your spiritual growth and your spiritual walk ever. I'm not sure what's happening, but people are telling me a lot of things about church. There's like no unity. It's a lot of like cult like environments. It's all good. When you get into a church environment and you're not feeling it, keep going on to the next one until you get a place of where you feel like this is where you want to be. Listen, y'all, doing the work on yourself is not to stress you out at all. Fitness goals, go to gyms until you feel a fit where you feel like, you know what, I am comfortable in here. I like coming here. Maybe do something, you look at how many calories you need to burn, how much walking you need to do. But if you walk and don't like it, stop walking. Maybe go do something else. Ride a bike. I don't know. Do something though. But do what fits you. Y'all, relationship goals is interesting. Relationship goals are interesting. Something happens to the human brain when it comes to relationship goals. Like we have the goal in mind, we know what we want, right? And I'm not sure if we are capable sometimes of making the right decisions when someone fills the voids that we need and we kind of jump into it. But don't settle for this. Make sure when you have outlined a relationship goal that you get those attributes in the person that you want. And the key to this is not to spend time with people because people become addictive. People, before you know it, you're in love with the person you knew did not have the attributes that you wanted. The whole purpose of goals is when you see it's something that's not a part of the goal, you're able to cut it. That's important. Knowing what you don't want, knowing what the goal, knowing what your vision is not is a big part of achieving your goals. You're like, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. That's not quite what I envisioned. I wanted something a little different. Goals are visions, right? You envision the outcome that you want. You envision where you're trying to get to. And when it's not matching that, you keep going till you get it. Listen, there's nothing that you can think about that cannot be attained. Everything can be attained. Everything. If you can think it, it can happen. And people who are not in the season of achieving goals, they don't think that this is true. They don't think this is plausible. But I assure you, once you start achieving goals, you'll be like, you know what? I remember Keith saying that this is how it goes. Get in the winning season, y'all. Start winning. The only way to win is to outline what it is you want and go after it every day. That's the only way. That's the formula. That's the formula. When it comes to family goals, be realistic about the family that you're dealing with, the people within that sector. You might be like, you know what? I want to go on a picnic every day. And your family ain't into that. Like, be realistic in terms of what you're dealing with and who you are and what you're willing to give in terms of having that goal. Yeah. Um, our scale is gonna be our scale is gonna be one. Oh, Tima said it was awesome. That's nice. I'm glad everybody got together. It was a 97th birthday party for our uncle yesterday. All right, so on our scale, 1 through 10, one being you are somebody who don't really plan goals, you don't really that's not really your, you don't do it. And 10 is somebody you execute, you plan goals and get it done. Where are we at on the scale? Where are we at? 1 through 10, where are we at? Where are we at? Are we planning goals and executing? Where are we at? Cass at 8. Where are we at, guys? Who am I talking to today? I'm never going to say 10 because there's always room for improvement, but I'm going to have to say 9. You know what? I think though I do want to focus on more areas more than before in terms of goals. Of course, anything business, financial is my laser focus, but I do when I like, a couple years ago, I had put it in my head I really want to focus on family and friends more. So, more of a balance. That's where I'm at with it. I need to give myself more of a balance in terms of the category of goals for sure. And you have to do that too, guys, because it's easy for us to focus on one of the categories and neglect the other ones. Remember, when it comes to your happiness, it is a multifaceted, it is so many things that can rob you of your happiness. So you can't neglect any area. You can't do it. All of it is important because if one of it is out of whack, it'll affect your happiness. Fitness, health, those things are super important. Because anything goes wrong there, it will attack your happiness. It's, your personal life, everything. Super important to focus on. And I think sometimes we get caught up and one of the categories give is more of our focus, but we want to make sure we give it all our attention some way, somehow. Yeah, definitely a 9 for me over there. If y'all are just getting in here, we are talking about goals. We are talking about goals and the different categories that go underneath this topic. And then when you outline a goal, you want to get back to today and map out what you have to do each day to get to that goal. And y'all, here's the thing, when it comes to goals, we can't get halfway there and then say, you know what, then we don't reap the benefit. That's what everybody does, especially with financial goals. I see this time in and time out. Everybody does this with financial goals. You'll get, all right, I want to save $100 for the month. You'll get halfway through the month, get the 50, and then spend it. Or say, you know what, I'll start again next week. Listen, start over as many times as you need to, but you make sure you start, hitting those targets. I can't tell you how many times, y'all, I started over in terms of fitness. Like I can't, every Monday was like, all right, I'm gonna start over on Monday. I'm gonna start over on Monday. I'm gonna start over on Yo, whew, life is something. But once you get there though, once you're achieving it and hitting it, it becomes just a part of the routine. How amazing is that? When your routine consists of hitting goals, getting outcomes, life becomes so amazing. If y'all could think of any topics you want us to cover, please let me know so we can talk about it in our next lives. If you are watching the live later, please still comment. Comment where you are on the scale as well later, if you watch it later. We are talking about goals of different categories. I want to add spiritual, financial, personal, fitness, family, relationship goals. These are all very important. Yeah. What's up, y'all? How y'all feeling today? Before I get back teaching, how's everybody feeling today? What's on y'all mind? What y'all want to talk about? Let me just see if there's anything anybody wants to talk about before I keep going. Any questions about anything? Anything you want to ask? Any questions y'all want to ask? Here's another thing. You want to spend your time around goal-oriented people, people who are also on the path of getting things done. You don't want to be around people who are not planning anything. Planners, it may not go exactly the way you plan, it may not. But I can assure you, without a plan, nothing will happen. Like, it's just not going to miraculously fall into your lap and be a thing. You have this idea in your head, for example. Like, you have it in your head exactly what you want. I don't know what it is. It could be something that you want to create. It could be anything. You have it in your head that you want this. Without executing and putting in place the things, whatever needs to create that vision, it just stays like nothing. Just taking whatever's in your head and writing it down, it becomes something immediately. Now it's something tangible. Like, this is it. This is the manuscript of what needs to happen. This is a blueprint of what needs to happen. So start, just if you can, in terms of goals, start taking whatever's in here and putting it on paper. I need something tangible. I need something. It becomes from the abstract to real. That's the first steps of getting your goals in the real world, from your head and into the real world. Hey Mugger, how you doing? Happy Monday. Mugger says she just got the #1 badge on TikTok. That's right. If y'all are just coming in here, we are talking about goals, and I want to make sure we hit all the categories: financial, personal, fitness, relationship, and family. Y'all, I was trying to push this category off the details of this one, but it's important that I do. Thanks for the gift, Mugger. Relationship goals, y'all. When it comes to your partner and who you are looking for, remember this: financial goals will break you up. Difference in parenting views will break you up. If your families do not get along, if their family does not like you and your family does not like them, guys, the relationship is hard enough. Okay? Do not date someone that your family does not like. I encourage you not to. Do not date somebody where the finances are not compatible. I'm not saying one is making more and the other one is not. That's not what I'm saying. I mean compatible, where, okay, the finances are covered here, but maybe the other one handles other things. Make sure it's a balance throughout the responsibilities that works for you. That's the kicker. Everybody wants something different. Here's the thing. I know two best friends, very successful, definitely, make a lot of money. One has a wife that works in the business with him. She's like a soldier on the front line with him. And he says to himself, I don't want her cooking. I don't want her cleaning, because I need her to focus on our business. She makes our business too much money for her to be in here being a traditional, whatever it is, wife, if you want to call it. So he hires somebody, $15 an hour, to do the cooking, the cleaning, and that's what that works for him. He's like, that's what I need. I need her brain in this business. Then you take the other best friend and it's like, no, I don't need you in the business. I need you to be waiting on me hands and foot. I'm a baby. I need you to hold my hand when I go to the doctor's appointment. I need you to just be here with the kids. I need you to just love me. See how those are two total different partners? Same type of lifestyle for each person. Those are two different types of person, like wives. So you have to outline. It all starts with all roads lead back to you knowing yourself. Without knowing yourself and what you want and what you need and what makes the best version of you, you can't ever get it. Love from India. Where are you from? I am in America, in Pennsylvania, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Thanks for the love from India. So, y'all, you have to know what type of partner works for you in order to get it. That way, you know why? Like I went back to, I'm gonna go back to this. Then you can weed out everything that's not what you want. That's a good way of getting what you want when it comes to things, especially relationship goals. You like, that's not it. Mm-mm. You know it's not it because you have a vision for the partner that you want. You like, yo, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Seeing things be absolutely nothing and me having the vision in my head, I realize other people will kind of try to tell you which direction to go with it. And you be like, that's not it. You be like, that's just not it. You know, you walk into whatever you have tried to create, or you look at the prototype, or you look at whatever environment, you like, this ain't it. Yo, this whole thing with Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson would have a vision in his head, and he would be like, that's not it. He would be composing music, and he would just keep working at it until it was the vision he wanted. So when it comes to relationship goals, no human being is perfect. So we're not doing that either. We're not like trying to find the perfect partner in terms of that. But we do need to know what we don't want and get that out of our way. Yeah. Yeah. Y'all, I don't care how minimal your whatever your financial situation is, have a financial goal, save something, even if it's $1 a day. I like whatever, take some change. I don't care if it's whatever. You will be shocked over the course of time how much that adds up to. Shocked. That's what makes goals attainable. That everyday consistency, beating the pavement. That's the most effective thing you can do as a human being. It puts you in a it puts you in a world all alone that most people won't ever see. And that is success. Hitting it every day. All right. So from India, Akash said, I want to become a doctor and settle to America. What should I do? I told your opinion on it. Um, are you able to go to school and get the credentials you need in India, or no? Or do you want to get those credentials here? If you are there, what I would do is email every doctor's office in America, look it up online, and email every last one and say, listen, I'm over in India. Is there any way you can get me a work visa? I'll work for your practice for 10 years straight if you need me. Just get me over there. Do something like that. Whatever medicine you want to practice, look up the different doctors in America and you email all of them on a daily basis. I am now in medical college. Okay, good. Okay. So whatever practice you are in medicine where you are, find those same doctors that practice that in America and you email them on a daily basis. The more emails you send, the more you are likely to get. Hello, mom. How are you? You're 24, great age. If your mission is to come here, be an asset to somebody that's here that can use your skills. A practice would love to have to get you a work visa to come over here and be an asset to their company. You might have to give a little bit. Oh, ortho. Oh, I need you. My knees. Ah, you are orthopedist? We need you over here. Y'all like, comment, and subscribe from wherever you are. We are talking about goals today if you are just coming in. And just to recap, the only way to really achieve your goals is to outline what the end result is that you want and then map out on a daily basis what you are willing to commit to and stick to it. That's the only way to get there. Nothing is going to miraculously just pop into your lap and it happens. It just doesn't work like that. Kat said, I think you need to finish your med school in India first, then you can apply as a student in America. You can start from there. Okay. My mom said, congratulations. Yeah. All right, y'all. So you want to know yourself, what you are willing to commit to on a daily basis. This is very important. This is very important. If you are not willing to do certain things, please don't please don't please don't outline the goal for you to do that. You are setting yourself up for the goal not to happen. Like I said, anything is attainable. If the brain can think it, you can attain it. You just then have to, after you say, okay, I want to be say if it's a big goal, I want y'all to dream big because anything could be attained. So I've gotten down to, okay, the financial goal of saving $100 a month. I broke that down to a minimal thing of $3 a day is what you save, right? Akar said, thanks for the advice. Me good. I appreciate you. Will definitely grow up one day. I wish you much success. I wish you much success. Do not give up. If you want to be in America, don't give up until you get there. Another thing too, guys, we are giving up before we hit the goal. We are giving up before we get there. So whatever the goal is, as big as you can dream, as small as you want, we can set a lot of small goals too. I love small goals. I love them. Because if you get enough small goals, you have you get a lot of outcomes in life. That's an amazing life. So just say if you have a big goal of, I want to be the best selling author. Then same formula. You come back to today. What do I need to do on a daily basis to achieve that? Then be real with yourself. Am I willing to do that? Y'all, we have to stop the whole creating a goal, then we are not willing to do the things on a daily basis to achieve that goal. That just can't, we're playing games at this point. What it takes on a daily basis to get there. You can't set a fitness goal and you have no desire to do anything that causes you to be fit. Right? You can't set anything and think that this is not something that you want to do. Right? Stick to the things that you want to do, that you're capable, that you want to put the work in on a daily basis. Stick to that. It's all good. There are so many categories in life that we need to focus on in terms of goals. If you are just coming in here, some of them are spiritual goals, financial, fitness, relationship, family. If you are someone who cannot stand your family, you want to be far away from them, why would you set a family goal that you know you're not going to stick to or want to? It's not even a thing. You can focus that energy on something else. Make sure y'all have balance though. People are focusing on one thing and not the other. Focusing on business, not personal goals. Focusing, you know, have balance with it. Yeah. So again, just to reiterate what I was just saying, um, there's a couple things when you set the goal. You want to come back to today and look at what you're going to do to get there. Then you also want to know what it is that you want, so that you stay away from the things that you. So when you see the things that don't match that goal, you get it away from you. Get it away from you, y'all. Weed it out. If it's something you don't want to do, get it out. Get it out the way. Like what are we doing? What are we doing? Y'all just we just letting things and people. Y'all, focus is the hardest part. That's the hardest part of this. Is keeping our focus. It's the hardest part. So many distractions. This phone, y'all. This phone, it's distracting us to the. I mean, it's so hard to achieve goals with this. So you gotta want the goal more than anything. Forget your attention being deviated. That can't stop you. We need extreme focus to get things done. What's up, Jason? What's up, Jason? Today we are talking about goals. Do y'all have any questions? So let me ask y'all this. Is there a goal that you want to get done that you have no idea how to get there? And maybe you want some advice, just like the girl from India just said. Give me a question. Jason said, I'm tapped in. Let's learn something. All right, y'all. If you are just coming in here, the key to achieving any of your goals, right? I don't care how, dream big. Please dream big, y'all. Goals can be attained. I don't care if it's in the brain, it can be achieved. This is not something that's not attainable. If you say to yourself, you want to be the wealthiest real estate owner in Philadelphia, if you want to go crazy with the dream, you can still attain it. But if you say, you know what, I just want to save $1,000 a month, so at the end of the year I have $12,000. Or if you say I want to save $100 a month, so at the end of the year I have $1,200. It's all good. All of it is achievable. All of it is attainable. All of it. But you then have to come back to today and say, what am I willing to do to get there? That's it. That's the formula. That's all you got to do. Like I said before, if you want to save $100 a day, real simple. You got to come back to today and say, what does that look like in a month? $3 a day I got to save. Are you willing to do that? Can you save $3 a month? Can you like work a little harder to be able to do that? If you can, boom, you can achieve that goal of $1,200 a year. If you are somebody that's like, yo, I could save 30 something dollars a day. Beautiful. You could save $1,000 a month, right? At the end of the year, you got $12,000. You could possibly have a down payment on a property with that type of money in 1 year, just by saving that $30 a day and sticking to it. If I tell y'all I want to be the number one motivational speaker in the world. If I say that to y'all, I have to then look at what do I need to do on a daily basis to get there? That's going to take a lot of work. There are people who have been speaking since before my mother was born, like that are great. So, how am I going to get there? This is what I have to ask myself if that's my goal. Then I have to not only outline what it is I have to do, I have to do the work on a daily basis without any excuses if I want to get there. I just sent my mom this clip earlier, and Michael Jackson, it was an audio of Michael Jackson. And he was saying, he said he looked himself in the mirror every day. He looked at himself and he said, I want to have the number one album of all time, the greatest hits of all time. And he looked at himself every day and said, you're gonna have the greatest album of all time. You're gonna be the greatest, you're gonna be the greatest, you're gonna be the greatest. He looked at himself every day and did that. He achieved it. He achieved it. Because what Michael then did was he came back to today and put everything in it on a daily basis to achieve that goal. And he got it. That's the formula. You have to come back to today and say, what am I going to do to get there? And I'm going to be honest with y'all, hard work does not go unnoticed. My mom kept telling me that. She kept telling me that. And I didn't know if I knew or believed it or not because I'm working hard and I'm thinking nobody kind of sees it, right? I'm thinking nobody sees it. I'm just kind of killing myself, really working hard. And then I get a call out the blue that the city wants to give you an honorary award. I just couldn't believe it. Hard work does not go unnoticed. Hard work is your ticket to everything you ever dreamed of. It will never go unnoticed and it will never go unrewarded. Let me tell you, being unsuccessful is sad. Like, create things that you want to get done so you can feel that feeling of success. It really adds to your happiness. My mom said completely short term goals will eventually conquer long term goals. Yes. It's a journey. Focus on the next step to completing your goals. Yes. My mom said put one foot in front of the other each day to obtaining your goals. Yes. Okay, so I think this is Kat. I know having goals is important, but was there a point in your life when you suddenly felt content with where you are? No, 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 no. So, because, like I told y'all, I want y'all to get obsessed with to work on yourself because of the outcomes you'll start to get from that. And then I want that to be so addictive to you that you just spend the rest of your life looking at more you can do to work on yourself to get more out of life. That's what I want for everybody here. And knowing that and getting a taste of success over and over, I'm just addicted to it. So no, it's not that like I am content with who I am, but I know it's so much more I can do. So for me, no, this is just how I'm programmed. My brothers are similar. My brothers are similar to that. I mean, I feel like my mom maybe have made us that way, and my brothers say that I inspired them to be that way as well. And this is what it is. And whoever's willing to keep going, it's so much more. You get to one pinnacle, it's so much more you could have gotten done. But you stopped at the views of this pinnacle. You're like, oh, it's so beautiful. I just want to stay here for a long time. But you're missing so much more you can see and get to. Goals are a very unique thing. It's a very tricky thing. It's a very personal thing. It's a very spiritual thing. because God is hitting everybody with different visions of their goals, right? Based on your talents, based on the things that you like, you're getting hit with different ideas. If I can encourage anything, when you get hit with an idea, put it on paper, guys. Put it on paper. Start writing out what it is that you want and what needs to happen to get there. You might need, you know, 1 or 2 supporters a day or something like that to get something accomplished that you want. Write down exactly what it is that you want and what you need to do to get there. Kat said, I know having goals is important, but was there a point in your life when you suddenly felt content with who you are? That question is, here's the thing, y'all. Everybody's so different. God has made us all so different. And I actually noticed that my brother, my brother that's 2 years younger than me, sometimes I think it makes him so uncomfortable at how much I push and push and push and try to achieve. And he's like, just enjoy your life, just chill, just enjoy your life. And I'm like, I kind of am enjoying this. Like I wouldn't enjoy just being content, just kind of like I'm good. No, there's so much more to be done. I am happy with where I am, Kat. I am happy with the things that have happened that I have been able to do, but I feel like I can do so much more. So I'm not exactly content. I guess not. I don't know. I'm content with who I am, but I'm not content. My work is not over. And I feel like that with everybody. If God still has you here, your work to me is not over. Or you wouldn't be here. Your work is over when God takes you out, takes you home. Then your work is completely done. He has used you for everything that he wants you to do. But if he is constantly putting ideas in your head and pushing you and giving you the voice, the skill, the this and that, that's just what it is. I mean, it's still a mission. It's still a mission. My mom said, I'm trying to stay committed to my exercise goals each day. Nice. My mom said, doing this is all part of you obtaining that, daughter. Never stop pursuing it, and one day it will happen. My mom said, I was so proud of that moment, daughter. My mom said, don't become complacent with what's comfortable. Always continue to pursue what's uncomfortable. That's constant growth. Always continue to reach the next thing and enjoy the journey. Yes. Yes. See? Whoa. Jason said, how do I use my 730 credit score to make some money this year? I have almost no capital, but I know I can do something with this credit. Jason said, I love the grind. I love the hustle. God. That's funny. Yes. So, okay. If you have a 730 credit score, okay, here's it. Here, you're in a nice position. Let's get you some money. Now, here's the thing, because I don't want to be one of those people who give you the formula to obtain some money and you don't have an action plan for the money. Anytime you invest money, you want capital coming back in. Period. No holds barred. Okay. You want capital coming back in when you invest your money. We are not playing games with our money. Kat said, let's be like the kids in Thailand. So young, but hustle like there's no tomorrow. Oh my God, the hustlers in Thailand they unmatched. They hustling from the old people to the young people. My mom said, great credit gives you options. Listen, y'all. When I talk to you, I'm telling you from true experiences, okay? The bank will give you the money, okay? Jason, listen to me. The bank will give you the money. But I really want, because like I said to y'all before, without goals, all money will go. It will go to something. It will always be something. popping up to give you a thing to pay for. Okay. If so, Jason said I have a few business ideas like a tent shop, but I'm open to other ideas. Jason, listen, if you believe the business will make money, business is very hard. Okay. I like businesses where you are sort of you have to come patronize me. Like this is something that I have to get income from on a consistent basis because you need the product. But I'm not against any business idea. Like because sometimes I don't know certain businesses and like tent, for example, I'm just not up on that. It could be a booming business. I have no idea. But I like businesses where they have to come to me no matter what. I like those type of businesses. My mom said real estate stocks are good investments. Do your research. So, I, real estate has never forsaken me, y'all. You want to own property, but the key to it is this: you need real estate that is bringing in money. If it's not bringing in money, it is not an asset. It is a liability. Okay. I can assure you, I have spent a lot of money on properties that are not bringing in money. I'm spending on it on a daily basis right now. Okay. My mom said restaurant is the hardest. We know that firsthand. Okay. I probably need therapy from owning a restaurant. That is the hardest business, y'all. Anything with food is the hardest business. This is what it is. I wish it was different. I wish I could say something different, but across the entire world, I've talked to people in every crevice of the world, and everywhere you go, everybody says the restaurant business is the hardest business. It doesn't change no matter where you are. But y'all owning real estate and having a deposit every month consistently coming in and the property appreciating in value, where you can then pull money out of that equity as it appreciates and keep investing to get more. That is just all I care about. I don't think about no other business ideas. My mom is into the stocks. I don't like y'all know. One thing we're gonna talk about. Me and my mom, we do everything together, but we are so different. I think I'm a little traumatized from the restaurant business, but all I care about is real estate. It's too many angles. It's just too many. It's just too many for me. The bank even likes it when you own property. They even like to give you more money. It's just too many bonuses to owning the restaurant to owning the no. Jason said RIP favors. To be real with you, favors is still an entity and favors still has a lot of customers and favors still might be something that I do stupidly. But it's still something I might open up in like 10 years. I just needed to focus on my craft for a while. Jason said, would it be a bad idea to buy a house in my situation now from what you know and use it like a goose egg? Jason said, I just got cold feet because I have no one to teach me a skill the right way. I just want any skill where I can find that. So, yeah, learn the market wherever you want to operate a business at, learn the market in that area. Look at your skill set, look at what you're willing to do. So, I have realized something too, guys. Real estate and being a landlord is not for everybody. It is it is hard. It is not nothing, no matter what you do, is easy. I have just done it for so long, well over a decade, and I've been developing in Philly well over a decade. So, it's something that I'm just used to. I'm used to dealing with my city. I'm used to dealing with everything. Yeah. So yeah, let me get back to that. Depending on where you are. Yeah, let me get back to that. So look at the market where you are, right? Wherever you're going to settle and be, research what they want there. Look at the businesses who are making the most money there, and you want to research exactly what your skills are and what you're willing to apply, like what you're willing to do on a daily basis, and then start kind of like working on that craft. If business is the way you want to go, like if you want to do a day in and day out business, where you have to operate a business, operate staff, payroll, whatever, operate the service that you're doing or selling the product that you're selling. If that's the way you want to go in terms of business, you need to really study the market. Let me tell y'all, when I was operating the restaurant, right, there was nobody who studied more than me. I studied all night. That's what people don't know. That's why people wonder why my business, even though I made 1,000 mistakes, why it stayed afloat, because I just studied and studied and studied and studied. This is going to be your lethal weapon when it comes to business. You want to have the most information. My mom said real estate is not fast money, it's long-term investment. Exactly. I remember some properties, y'all, it took us years to develop. Years. Like one single family house took us years. Like, my God. One day I don't want to tell y'all the horror stories. I want to encourage and inspire y'all. We'll do another live with all the horror stories we have going through in Philadelphia with our real estate. Remember that time, I put all the plumbing supplies in the house and the hot water tank and all that stuff, and I came back and the next day they had stole everything out. They stole the back door off the property. Like, dang. Yo, stop making me laugh, yo. Jason said favors will rise on the third day. I gotta do favors once I go through some therapy or something, bro. I'll do favors in about 10 more years. I open up a location just to do it one last go. I do plan to revisit opening favors though. I do. At least 10 years from now, no. At least. But yeah, Jason, do this right now. Oh, so real quick, let me tell you how you make the money. Let me tell you how you get money for whatever it is that you want to do. The bank cares about your credit score. It cares about income. Okay. So if you are making money on paper, this is beautiful. This is how you get approved. They want to see that you are making money. My mom said the mistakes is where you learn the most. Well, I learned a lot. I'm going to tell you that. And then, Jason, look at where it is that you want to live and then study the markets in that area. Look at the highest grossing businesses or the highest net businesses in the area where you are going. And then look at your skill set and see if it's something that you want to do or partake in. So I'm going to tell y'all, the craziest thing about businesses, the businesses that appear, I said appear because you don't know, to be making a lot of money are usually the ones that are not. And the businesses that you'll be like, they ain't making no money, they be making a fortune. I've seen hot dog stands net after they paid all their taxes. They done made 6 figures for the year, selling hot dogs 4 hours a day. You understand? Then I've seen big, beautiful businesses where it's packed all day and they are losing 300,000 a year. You understand? So some things that look like it's making money are not. So what you got to do is this: analyze what it is that you want to do on a daily basis. So when I'm talking to you about the real estate business and you say, you know what, that's something I still would want to do, then that's what you do. You talk to a person like me. But if you are like, I kind of want to be a service business. I want to do lawns, or I want to start a land. I love landscaping businesses because they need you constantly. But here's the thing: if you are in Philadelphia, landscapers pretty much don't work during the winter. They start like pretty much April through October, so you have to factor in that sort of thing. You can get contracts with big real estate companies for landscaping, all types of stuff. One of them. So if I could advise anything, Jason, become a plumber, electrician, or HVAC. You can make serious, serious money. I mean, 7 figures depending on your work hustle. You could become a millionaire depending on your work hustle, though. People look down on plumbing, electric, and HVAC, but in a city like Philadelphia, we're building all the time here. We need those 3 things. And if you are somebody who is good at it, you'll make a fortune. And you a hustler on top of it. Just imagine, just imagine as a plumber, right? and you got 7 jobs that day, quick jobs. You know what I'm saying? You might be at this job 2 hours, you might be at this job an hour, it might be at this job, and you collecting 200, 300, 200 at each job. You could easily make a stack that day, 1,500 that day. It depends on your hustle on top of the skill in the market that you are trying to jump into. I know in Philadelphia, for sure, Jason, if you are a good plumber, electrician, or HVAC, I can show you a path to millions of dollars, depending on your work hustle. And from what I know about you, you are a hustler. My mom said, try to find a business where the overhead is minimal. Exactly. Exactly. Where it's less room forever for your money to be affected. Restaurant business is hard because there's so much room forever. I've seen it. If y'all watched the show Bear on Hulu, it won a million awards one year for the first season. It was an amazing, brilliant show. They even said it when they were getting the speeches. I just want to give a shout out to all the restaurant owners everywhere. And I had to I was like, thank you. But they show what the restaurant owner and business goes through. It's just the dumbest stuff. This employee will just trip over the cord on the freezer. All the meats go bad overnight. You just lost $4,000 in meat. This is what happens to every restaurant owner. There's too many ways to lose money. The drivers come pick up the food and they lost it. The people come in, the cook got an attitude today, so the food going out bad. This. It's endless. It's too many ways to lose money. So when my mom said where the overhead is minimal, not only are the margins slim, you get killed on the margins because it's food and people don't, people can easily not like what their product is. So yeah. And my mom said it's hard, almost impossible to find good help. I, we know where the good help is at. And Jason, another thing too is if you have a service business like the ones I just said, once you start getting real busy, you hire a team. Oh my God, you start getting equipment. Oh my goodness. So telling how much you can get done. Yo, I love y'all. I hope this live has helped. I'll be posting what our topics will be for the rest of the week. I am about to get up out of here. This has been really fun talking about goals. I hope that you guys set the goals as high as possible. As high as you set them is capable of what can really happen. Everything is attainable. Everything is attainable, guys. Everything. Everything. I don't care what it is. It's attainable. If you can think it, it's attainable. The question is, are you willing to do the things on a daily basis to get there? Then, if you're not, then it's impossible. But if you are willing to do necessary things on a daily basis, it is not impossible. Jason said, I used to waste $100 worth of burgers a day when I first started at Burger King. Oh man, I used to work at Burger King when I was 15. What, you would just be making mistakes on the burgers? He said I used to waste $100 a day. Day. That stuff ain't real food. They was getting over anyway. Sighting off. That's funny. Jason is funny. All right, y'all. Put your notifications on and tell me what topics you guys want to talk about. I want to talk about the emotional and mental issues, but I also want to talk about ways for you to be successful and also ways for you to get and obtain money. So we'll do a combination of those this week. I love y'all. I will see y'all on the next review. Cat, put our little jingle on. Cat, put our jingle on. We out. Love y'all. See y'all on the next live.
Every day, I always stick to it. Keep sticking to it. Fresh starts,
I'm out.
big dreams, no quit. Every day, I always stick to it. Keep sticking to it.